The Crocodile's Tears. The Hunter and the Hunted. Lena was a young girl with an infectious smile and a kind heart. She lived in a small village nestled on the edge of a winding river, where she spent most of her days tending to her family's crops and fetching water from the nearby river. Despite the daily struggles of village life, Lena always managed to find joy in the little things. She had a special way of seeing the beauty in everything around her, whether it was the bright colors of the flowers in the fields, or the glistening ripples of the river as it flowed past. One sunny day, as Lena made her way to the river to fetch water, she noticed something unusual in the water. At first, she thought it was a log, but as she drew closer, she realized it was a crocodile. After hearing stories of a ferocious crocodile that had been causing chaos in the neighboring villages, Lena had become more cautious around the river. The crocodile had killed many cattle and goats, and the villagers had hunted it relentlessly, day and night, determined to put an end to its reign of terror. But the crocodile had managed to escape, and now it found itself face to face with Lena. The crocodile slowly moved towards her, revealing more of its body. Lena tensed up, ready to run, but then the crocodile spoke. "Please don't be afraid of me," it said in a raspy voice. "I promise I won't harm you." Lena couldn't believe what she was hearing. This was the same crocodile that had been causing so much destruction upstream. She took a step back, her heart racing with fear.
"Why should I trust you?" she said, her voice trembling.
The crocodile let out a low growl, its eyes filling with tears. "You don't understand," it said. "My life has been hard. I've been hunted and chased by those villagers, forced to fight for my survival every day. I never wanted to hurt anyone, but I had no other choice." Lena listened to the crocodile's words, feeling a sense of compassion stir within her. She knew what it was like to be misunderstood, to be judged before anyone had taken the time to get to know her.
"I want to believe you," she said softly. "But I can't just forget all the pain you've caused."
The crocodile hung its head, tears streaming down its scaly face. "I understand," it said. "But please, give me a chance to make things right. Let me show you who I truly am." Lena was hesitant, but she felt a pull towards the crocodile, a sense of curiosity and compassion. She promised to visit the next day, hoping that she wasn't making a grave mistake. As she walked away from the river, she could still hear the crocodile's tears falling into the water, a haunting sound that filled her with both fear and compassion. That night, Lena couldn't sleep. Her mind kept wandering back to the encounter she had with the crocodile. She was torn on what to do. Should she tell her parents or keep the secret to herself? In the morning, Lena set off for the river, her heart pounding with fear and excitement. As she approached the water's edge, she scanned the surface for any sign of the crocodile. At first, she couldn't see it. But then she heard her name being called from the river, with a hissing voice that sent shivers down her spine. "Lena," the crocodile called out. "Please come closer. I promise, I won't hurt you." Lena hesitated. She knew it was dangerous to trust the crocodile, but there was something in its voice that made her want to believe it. "I need your help," the crocodile said. "I'm hungry, and I don't want to kill any more animals. Please bring me some food." Lena was surprised by the crocodile's request. She had never heard of a crocodile that didn't want to hunt and kill for its food. "What kind of food do you want?" she asked. "Anything you can spare," the crocodile said. "I just don't want to hurt anyone anymore. Please, Lena, help me." Lena was torn. She wanted to help the crocodile, but she didn't know if it was safe. Finally, she made a decision. "I'll bring you some food," she said. "But you have to promise me that you won't harm anyone." "I promise," the crocodile said. "I just want to prove to you that I've changed." Lena went home and gathered some leftover food from the previous night's dinner. She wrapped it in a cloth and set off for the river again. When she arrived, the crocodile was waiting for her, its eyes gleaming with hunger. Lena tossed the food towards it, and the crocodile devoured it quickly. "Thank you," it said, licking its lips. "You're a true friend, Lena." Lena smiled, feeling a sense of relief and excitement. She had made a connection with the crocodile, she thought. "Lena, my dear, won't you come a little closer? I want to see your eyes up close," it said, its voice almost pleading. Lena hesitated. She knew that getting too close to the crocodile could be dangerous, but she was also curious. Slowly, she took a step forward, her heart pounding in her chest. "That's it, my dear. Closer," the crocodile urged, its eyes fixed on hers. Lena took another step, and then another. She was only a few feet away from the crocodile now, and she could see the glint of its sharp teeth. Suddenly, the crocodile lunged forward, its jaws snapping shut just inches from Lena's face. She stumbled backward, her heart racing. "What are you doing?" she exclaimed, her voice trembling with fear. The crocodile let out a low chuckle. "I just wanted to see how fast you could move," it said slyly. Lena glared at the crocodile, feeling angry and betrayed. "That's not funny," she snapped. The crocodile's expression softened. "I'm sorry, Lena. I didn't mean to scare you. It's just that, well, I don't get many visitors down here. And you're so beautiful. I couldn't resist." Lena's anger melted away, and she found herself feeling sorry for the crocodile. "It's okay," she said softly. "I understand." The crocodile let out a sigh of relief. "Thank you, Lena. You're very kind." As they talked, Lena found herself feeling more and more at ease around the crocodile. Despite its fearsome reputation, there was something gentle and almost vulnerable about the creature that she couldn't help but feel drawn to. And so, when the crocodile asked her to bring him a chicken or two, she found herself nodding in agreement, her heart filled with a strange mix of compassion and caution. Lena felt a pang of guilt as she watched the crocodile devour the chickens she had stolen from her family's coop. She justified it as a favor for a friend, but deep down she knew it was wrong. As the crocodile finished its meal, it looked up at Lena with tears in its eyes. "Thank you, Lena. You have no idea how much this means to me," it said in a hoarse voice. Lena was taken aback by the crocodile's display of emotion. She had never thought of a crocodile as anything but a dangerous beast, but seeing it cry made her feel a pang of sympathy. However, when the crocodile asked for a goat next time, Lena hesitated. A goat was a big ask, and she wasn't sure if she could steal it from her family. The crocodile pleaded with her, saying that it had been hunted and driven away from its home, and that it was hungry and alone. Lena felt a tug at her heartstrings, and reluctantly agreed to bring a goat next time. As Lena walked away, she couldn't help but feel a sense of unease. She had never thought of herself as a thief before, but now she had stolen from her own family. And all for a crocodile. Lena knew that she was treading dangerous waters, but she couldn't resist the pull of the crocodile's tears. On the day Lena was supposed to bring the goat, she couldn't bring herself to steal from her struggling family, so she went to the river empty-handed and explained this to the crocodile. The crocodile flew into a rage, its eyes turned dark and its jaws widened, revealing its sharp teeth. It moved forward swiftly, closing in on Lena with incredible speed. Lena stumbled back, her heart racing with fear. The crocodile's massive body towered over her, and its thunderous growls filled the air. With a fierce lunge, the crocodile aimed to sink its sharp teeth into Lena's flesh. But Lena was able to jump back just in time, narrowly escaping the vicious attack. The crocodile's jaws snapped shut with a loud clack, and it roared in frustration and anger as Lena sprinted away as fast as she could. Lena didn't dare look back as she ran. Her heart was pounding so hard that she could feel it in her throat. She had never been so scared in her life. The crocodile's voice echoed in her mind, haunting her every step. Upon arriving home, Lena was shaken and immediately told her parents what had happened. Her parents were disappointed at the danger their daughter had put herself in. They quickly went to the village chief and explained the situation. The chief immediately sprang into action, calling together a hunting party to find and eliminate the crocodile. The hunting party set out on their mission, armed with spears and nets. They searched the riverbanks and nearby areas until they finally spotted the crocodile, basking in the sun on a muddy bank. The hunting party approached the crocodile cautiously, not wanting to alert it to their presence. They slowly encircled the crocodile, ready to strike at any moment. With a sudden burst of movement, the crocodile lunged at one of the hunters, snapping its jaws menacingly. But the hunters were quick and managed to avoid the attack. The crocodile continued to lunge and snap, but the hunters were persistent. They thrust their spears towards the crocodile, striking it in the head and body. The crocodile thrashed about in agony, its once powerful body now weakened and defeated. It let out one final roar before it took its last breath and collapsed to the ground. The villagers let out a cheer of victory, grateful that they were able to protect their community from such a dangerous predator. Lena's parents hugged her tightly, relieved that their daughter was safe once again. What lessons did you learn from the crocodile's story? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and stay tuned for more tales of the savannah in our next video.